Hello and welcome to another episode of The Recap. What did we do this week? We started the week with backlog questing. With Monday through Wednesday we did Thief 2, and finally on Wednesday we actually beat it. I wasted at one point half an hour not realizing I had an item that I need, a vine arrows, to shoot up a rope onto the ceiling. I had it at the start, but I was looking at the wrong inventory. I was looking at my inventory instead of my weapons inventory. Half an hour there's a highlight of it with some edits along the way if you want to see that. So, but we beat it nonetheless. I had to use a walkthrough because the last place is really tough and hard to understand it, and it's huge. I'll just say from that game, it's definitely not for everyone. That was too hardcore for me. The biggest problem for me was that the levels are like 2 hours long, not including the last one, which was even longer. And there was like 2 or 3 missions in between, which were about 40 minutes, which I liked. But mostly, I just think the levels are way too long. It doesn't tell you where stuff is. It tells you what you need to do, but sometimes what you need to do is just tells you to find a thing, like find a secret door, and that's all the information it gives you. That's over and done with the list. And we started the next game on Friday. We still had about 40 minutes left by the end of the cast, so started Part vs. the World on Nintendo. Good old Nintendo. But the second world is already like so full of instant death traps, like where you fall off the screen, you fall into a hole and you die immediately, and it gives you 4 lives. That's it. So I didn't get past the second world's first level at all, and I'm probably gonna tomorrow when I continue it, I'm gonna have to pick up an emulator and play it with save states, because otherwise that's gonna be another game that's not gonna go anywhere for a long time. As for the rest of the week, Thursday we got to play some Blood Bowl, and I currently stopped playing online games until I get through the campaign mode of it, because it does have a campaign mode with story. That means it's in my backlog. That means I have to beat it before I can I have to beat it. And I no longer, since I now stream 28, 30 hours a week, I made my Fridays optional, so weekdays especially I have very little time to play on my own, so I don't have the time, as I was originally planning to play it on my own time, the campaign. But it's gonna be playing the campaign mode on the Thursday, Friday streams till I beat it, and then we'll be back to doing online games. Unless we'll be playing Vermintide, which is another game. I got to start Vermintide Thursday as well, on my own time. Played a couple of games with a friend while at Sauna Night afterwards, and that seemed really fun so far. Like I said, only played 3 games, and the last one of those crashed as well. So yeah, I only got through 1 match, which was pretty fun because one of the commentators, the ogre commentator, the Bob, actually ended up coming into the pitch and playing for us against the orc team. That was a lot of fun and excitement. But the second match was against dwarves, and there was nothing story-wise going on with that, and amusing stories and stuff is basically, besides tutorial stuff, is most you're gonna get out of the campaign. So add to that, it ended up glitching. Then 12 out of 16 it ended up glitching, so that the AI guy was just doing one move, sort of marking the move, not confirming it, and then marking it again, undoing it, marking, undoing it. Got into that sort of a loop. So it did that for 3 minutes and 50 seconds roughly, and then during the last 10 seconds it finally got out of it and did all its moves. Next turn it glitched out again, but that time it didn't get out of the loop at all. And I was thinking at first, like, alright, it's just gonna run out the timer and that's gonna be it, but no. Somehow it just ended up glitching the whole thing. It shut down the timer, it didn't know what to do because it's not supposed to happen, so it just stopped, and I tried to without the game, hoping that it's gonna save my position in the match, but it didn't. So that match is still left to be done, and we have to start it all over again. Friday I didn't stream because my dad wanted me to come to sauna over at his place, and after I got home I would have had about an hour to play. And I knew there was the dwarf match waiting for me, so like I said, that's why I've now made it optional, because I'd say I have like an 80 to 90% chance on making my streams. Friday is like 50-50. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, so it's now marked as optional as a result of that. But Saturday I went to my godfather's place. His daughter was having a birthday party, and I ended up getting like home at like 10 o'clock. So that was Saturday stream done right there. But I did get to stream today, and I've now finally gotten to the point in Final Fantasy XIV where the main scenario quests, or the quests overall, are getting tough enough that I actually have to grind for some gear. 8-man trial against a primal called Bismarck, which is basically like a Moby Dick in the sky. It's a sea of clouds, so it's literally a sea of clouds, and there is a flying big white whale going on there. That's the boss. It's not like a hard fight to understand, but it's very, because of that, it's very focused on requiring a certain amount of damage per second from the players. So you really have to have a high enough damage, either through skills or gear, basically, to a certain degree both. And since I'm not a great MMO player, I know that only way I'm gonna get through that thing is by getting some better gear. I did a couple of vault dungeon runs after that. Got a new helmet at least. Other than that, I did some botany on the side, and somebody told me that I should get some cross-action skills, which is what I'm finally getting into now. From other classes, it's like I need to level up the pugilist class to level 12, and I'll get a skill that gives me extra critical hit chance and damage. So that's gonna be good to get. Helps me out a lot, and I'm gonna have to next Saturday grind a bit more of the vault, because that one helmet that I got, it gives me like 2 strength and a bit more health and stuff like that. It's not gonna make that much of a difference. But if I get a couple more items, it should be fine. So that's about that for that week. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of information. Yeah, come around to stream sometime. See what I'm up, if you want to see what I'm up to as it's happening. So till next week.